Welcome to the complete Rodent ERG system from OcuScience. As you can see, we have our HMsERG unit on the left, and on the right we have the Rodent exam table. We have placed the red contact lens thread electrodes inside the clips of the articulating arms. We've placed the white reference electrodes on either side of the table, and the green ground electrode towards the center. Also, you can see the rectal probe from the temperature controller taped to the heating plate. The setup is sitting in the floor of our Faraday cage, which is perfect for eliminating noise from your recordings. We've also taped down the large white pod cable to the base of the cage to avoid damage when closing the Faraday cage door. So we've taken our mouse out of the induction chamber from the anesthesia system and placed him into the face mask attached to the exam table. Please note that we've already put the mydriatic drops in place. First thing we need to do is go ahead and put the rectal probe in so that the animal temperature is feeding back to the temperature controller. Now we'll use some forceps to tent the tissue so we can place the ground electrode just above the tail. Now we'll use the forceps again to raise the tissue so we can place the reference electrode into the cheek. Make sure that none of the stainless steel from the needle is showing and that the tip of the needle is just below the animal's eye. Now we can place the other reference electrode on the other side. Before we proceed any further, we're going to go ahead and put some proparacaine onto the surface of the cornea. Now we can use a spear or a cotton tip applicator to remove any excess fluid. Now we can go ahead and put a drop of coupling agent onto the cornea. In this case we're using Gentile gel, but you may have other products available. The objective for this next step is to get the two threads that make up the electrode to pass right over the apex of the cornea and to center the contact lens on the cornea. Once the lens is in place, it's quite easy to move the threads up and down and get them into the ideal position. Use some forceps to hold the free ends of the threads so you can place them under some tension to make the process of placement easier. I also recommend putting a little pressure onto the contact lens just to make sure the threads are right up against the cornea. Now we're ready to slide the animal forward into the dome. We want to make sure the animal's eye is just past the threshold of the dome. Then go ahead and close the Faraday cage door. Place your hand inside just to make sure that no wires are getting pinched as the door closes. We are now ready to run the electrodes test and run our ERG protocol.